Welcome back to the Alchemy of Architecture as we continue our look at the art of adobe right here at El Portal in Sedona, Arizona.
Haciendas go back, and so do adobe structures all the way back to North Africa. They're a structure designed to keep the heat out in a hot desert climate and keep the privacy inside.
I prefer working with the adobe block, maybe because it's more traditional. It's probably a little more user-friendly in that it's something that's more movable, more modular. I like it too because it's not so restrictive in technique. We don't use straight lines, don't allow levels and plumb unless we're going around the doorways and the windows, which of course have to work.
The adobes themselves are inherently a very organic material that's not very precise, and when they're laid up loosely and crudely, you actually get quite an undulation and unevenness to the walls and to corner lines and that sort of thing. And then when we go back over and ask that that surface be plastered, the plaster actually is a very smooth surface. There's something almost skin-like to it, but it's over an undulating substrate, so it doesn't have a machine precision to it.
We have perfect imperfection, I think, and that's something we strive for. It's a goal of ours. It's something that we achieve, and it's something a lot of people don't understand, which again makes it all the more special, and it really brings the enjoyment into the process for me.
It was kind of fun that we left a few walls unplastered, so when you're hunting around the inn, you can find a few secret spots where the adobes show through, and obviously up in the second level corridor, that whole wall is left that way. So you can see how they're laid, you can see the type of mortar. In the one room upstairs, you can see where an old door was actually bricked back in with adobes, and we consciously left the plaster off of that wall. And that door was actually a door, although it was only several months old when we decided to plaster it in. When we got rid of it, we said, let's do it in a conscious effort to, again, portray a little history, albeit only that 3 or 4 month history we're talking about. But it's been a very successful thing. Everyone who stayed in that room has asked questions about that old door that used to be there.
The charm of this arts and crafts hacienda is continued throughout the interiors.
People didn't just have a type of furniture in their home. They had some of their grandmother's furniture, some of their mom's furniture, and some of theirs. So electricity was around, and as you come in the front doors, you're going to have the old push-pull light switches to invoke that feel that you're actually walking into an authentic building. All our hardwood floors are reclaimed wood. So this is wood that was used in homes at the turn of the century. The finishes on the doors are authentic to the period. So are the doorknobs. And then we found glass artists from all over the United States to do the glass inserts in the different doors, so they were authentic.
Since air conditioning was not around in 1910, the team chose antique grates for the vent covers.
And so I took on the job of finding grates, not knowing I needed 180 of them. We knew we needed some ironwork, and Max said, well, what do you want to do? So we came up with a motif that was cattails and pond plants, which is not easy to do in ironwork. And the ironwork is just phenomenal.
A lot of the forms were inspired by nature, and for instance, you see a lot of the gentle curving forms to the fireplaces that are more organic in nature than just a straight line would be.
Yeah, it's really one of those places that you're going to have to find, and that's part of the whole exploration. And once you get here, you have to find a few other interesting details.
It's nice to know that there's something here that's a part of a lot of us that will be here when I'm long gone, and my grandkids are going to be able to come here.
I've been to a lot of places where they let you look and stick your head in like museums, and you really can't touch and feel. And I wanted something that people could go into and feel like they're in the turn of the century in Arizona. So when people come from back east, they can actually feel what it would be like to live in an adobe structure that was authentic. And it's authentic down to the lighting, to the chairs, to the rugs. And if we couldn't find the original piece of furniture, we had them made. So every single room is authentic to the period.
It just makes you feel like you're in something special.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of The Alchemy of Architecture.